Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz, September 24, 2012, 1:01 a.m., Birmingham, Alabama. Topic: I found a mole. I found a mole. I found a plant, and he is in a martial law blog. And when I tell you what he says, you will know it. First, I'm going to tell you some more information about more ammo being purchased. NOAA. Why would NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, of course, Homeland Security, and of course, FEMA, and the SSA, Social Security Administration, plus federal government agencies not named. There are more. All these I mentioned have purchased well over 2 billion rounds of ammo. The real number is probably between 3 and 5 billion rounds. Plus, you remember back a couple years ago, almost 3, Obama acquired 10 million acres in 9 western states from Montana to Arizona. Montana's small town cop pulled over 4 black SUVs, blacked out. He could not see inside. The driver of the first SUV got out and told the cop he needed to stay in his own town. That was it. Cop did not dispute, and the cop turned around and left. Welder worked one day on cattle box cars, welding shackles to steel rails mounted on the flooring. Several hundred per box car. This information came from a person I know because it was her brother. The cop that had occurred, or the cop information that occurred, was passed on to one other person who passed it to Alex Jones. You can find that blog if you go to Alex Jones. This man on the shackles quit the job. He lived in Washington State, took this job in Montana because it sounded like it would be a job that would last a while and it paid well. But he said it wasn't for him. Several other locations operated by FEMA still have tens of thousands of caskets on FEMA property, government property, sidelines to the railroad tracks. And I have blogs on this dating back over 2 years ago. And these are coming to fruition for some reason. These caskets hold between 4 and 5 people apiece. Now, this is not right. I believe it's a plant. I also have something here I just heard heard the blog and then read parts of it for the first time ever. At least one person has said, if martial law is called and you own a gun, do not have it in your hand. I'm going to look more into this because it makes no sense to even own a gun if you're not prepared to use it. I promise you I will get more information and I'll tell you ASAP. This was put out by Stephen Christopher. YouTube, martial law soon. Don't hold the gun when they come in. That's the title. See for yourself. I watched it. 100% disagree with this man. He said, do not resist. Go along and be shipped to another country after being shipped to Denver. He sounds absolutely like a nut, but I promise you this guy's a mole. He's got 250,000 hits on that. He's a mole. He's a plant. Do not pay attention to this man. He is lying and he is deceiving you. I believe again this is false because a civil war will go full blown within 24 hours of martial law being called, depending on what type of martial law. But to lie down and give up all your rights with the Second Amendment, I don't think so. I want to say now, do not listen to this man. He lies. He is a plant and he is probably socialist. He is lying to you as to what you should do. And this is why I'm telling you this. Because remember, this is what Stalin did. This is what Hitler did. This is what France did. And I'll say again, I'm too friggin' old to do nothing. I know too many people who are still in law enforcement. My best friend, for example, my ex-sergeant is the U.S. Marshal in the state of Alabama, and I believe I'll receive at least a courtesy phone call before any of these things happen. At least I hope. I'm still commissioned in 2 counties. I still carry a badge and a gun permit in this state, and the permit is good in 90% of the states in this country. Again, I promise you, if I receive such call, then you'll get it too. And it will be titled Emergency. Martial law now active. I hope I don't have to do that, but I am prepared to do it. And another thing, I pray you'll believe me when I tell you, because if you are prepared and if you are okay with God, then God may tell you either directly or indirectly what to do to seek safety. I do not know where it will come from, but if you're a Christian, you will have divine protection. And there's another story you can look up. Please do so. It's called Cosmic Conflict. In the beginning there was peace. Why did it change? This is a story that involves every single person in America, in the world as far as that goes. The Cosmic Conflict. YouTube it. I'm going to throw in one more, and I'm dead serious. In the days when God told the Jews in Egypt, in fact, it was Moses that told all his people, kill a lamb, take the blood and mark both sides of your porch and above your porch, or the door, both sides and above, and the angel of death will pass over you tonight. They did that. Not one Jew lost one family member. Every Egyptian lost their firstborn. Reason I'm saying this, you got to remember, olive oil produced in Israel is anointing oil. Anointing oil will do the same thing for you. You take anointing oil, you got to buy it from Israel. You got to make sure that's where it comes from. You can buy anointing oil. Take it, 1 drop, just on your fingers, each side of your door and above your door. Do it on every door that'll enter your home. In fact, I did it on my home, and I do it on my property, and do it every day, or at least as often as you can. Anointing oil. Look, if it causes these people to pass you by, then it worked, and I believe it does work, or they wouldn't use it. It wouldn't be ordered in the Bible to use it. Guys, I'm trying to warn you as much as I can. Please listen. Jody Wolf, Expoz.